Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Kim Duramo, founder of the American Institute of Mind Body Medicine, and welcome to Mind Body TV. Today, I'm going to share about what I call food foreplay. Food foreplay is really basically the way of preparing your body for when you're going to eat. It is probably the most important thing that you're going to do around your diet, around nurturing yourself, around your body, that's going to determine how your body's going to receive that food and what's going to happen. So there is so much, especially around the holidays, there's so much emphasis that goes around, oh, eat right for the holidays, eat this thing, don't eat that thing. Make sure you're full before you go to the party so you don't stock up, on high fat foods or artificial foods or foods that are bad for you. And there's all this idea and judgment about food. And then what's really the most important thing is what state your body's in when you eat. It's not what you eat. And so you can let yourself off the hook with all the trying so hard to eat this, to not eat that, to not overeat. Because when you use food foreplay, you're connected with your body. You're allowing your body to come into harmony. And so the emotionally driven or unconsciously driven behaviors that go along with overeating or eating foods that don't agree with you or eating foods that your body's like, oh, I don't know what to do with this, goes away. And it's effortless. It's not like this big, I got to face the holidays and what I'm going to do about this food thing. And using food foreplay to come into harmony with your body is super, super easy and fun. And it will be the thing that makes the biggest difference in your health so that you can maintain ideal weight through the holidays. I know for a lot of people, there's this idea you gain 5 pounds every year in your adult life, and it usually happens in the holidays. But that's not really what's happening. What's happening is there's another layer of stress and judgment and self-hatred and heaviness and fill in the blank that you have accumulated over that year. And all of that's going to be, it's okay, the year's almost over. Let me destroy myself because I've got to log that in. There's this self-sabotaging behaviors and they're subconscious. So you can either try really, really, really hard to counteract and overcome and battle against those subconscious behaviors this holiday, in which case you're probably not going to enjoy any of it, including the food, or I'm going to introduce something for you that's way more fun. So why is food foreplay important, right? Just like when we have sexuality, the body needs to be receptive. Okay, I'm ready for this. I'm ready to receive this. I'm ready to allow this. I'm inviting this. And there are hormones, hormonal changes, physiologic chemical changes, physical changes in secretion of enzymes and relaxation of the digestive system, all kinds of things that happen in our system that will open us up to be able to eat in harmony, to be able to receive whatever food we're eating in harmony and ease, so the body can process it, receive whatever nutrients it would like, and eliminate everything that it does not need. When we fail to do this, what most of us are doing is we're in this stress state. It's all right, I gotta go do this thing and go do that thing. And oh my God, my family. And oh my God, I hate my body. And oh my God, I ate too much. Oh, I shouldn't eat that. And all the judgment is programming the body to go into a stress state. And it could be around anything, because for the holidays, and I'll actually ask you to share some comments about what stresses you in the holidays. What particular things are you stressed about, either with food or with body or with family or with travel or whatever. But these things weigh on the body and they disrupt our ability to receive food in harmony. So the body's in a stress state. Cortisol is high. Stress hormones are high. The digestive system is barely functioning because when we're in fight or flight, it turns off the what's called parasympathetic nervous system, which is relax and restore, receive and digest. It turns that off so it can't function the way it needs to. But the good news is it only takes a moment to allow yourself to release that fight or flight and move into that parasympathetic state, relax, restore, receive, and digest. And in that state, it goes so far for you to be able to eat whatever you want and allow it to nurture you. The other thing about coming out of the sympathetic state of fight or flight and into this relax and restore is what you want will be different. Like, you don't want to eat the whole cake or drink the whole eggnog or alcohol drinks, like downing, I gotta have another drink, like all those things that you need to do when you're in sympathetic overload that are really just reactionary to try to like, I'm like super uptight and I need to be not so uptight, so let me do these things. That goes away when you use something like food foreplay to like prepare your body, drop the sympathetic state and open and receive so that you can enjoy food and you can have more clarity of what foods will really nurture me. What foods do I really want? I'm going to feel my body and be aware of, oh yeah, I really do want this. Or like, no, I don't even want that. When we're in the sympathetic state and we're all fired up in fight or flight, it's like, I need that. And I'm going to have too much because I don't know how much my body really needs. We're not connected with our body. So that's the first thing, is like how that stress state runs the show and brings you into like food cravings or that disconnection. And then whatever you eat, even if you eat all organic and you avoid the dairy, avoid the gluten, avoid, whatever it is your mind thinks you should avoid, even if you do that, your body's still not going to be in harmony with your food because you're in that stress state. So lots of luck there. And I think we've all been through that, where it's like, I'm doing everything right, and why is my body still gaining weight or not losing weight, or still inflamed and having like irritable bowel or autoimmune inflammatory or fatigue, or like fill in the blank with things that happen when we're in reaction to our food. The second thing that plays in here that is going to kind of turn off when we use food foreplay is that we have all this judgment about the body. Like, I'm so unacceptable. My body's so unacceptable. Or judgment about foods. These are good foods. These are bad foods. These are the things I should eat. These are the things I should not eat. And that judgment programs your body. So if you're like, I really shouldn't eat this, but, and I hear a lot of people, especially in the holidays, like, oh, just have another cookie. You deserve it. And it's like this shame around having it, but oh, don't worry, I won't tell anyone, or oh, it's the holidays, or oh, this excuse and that excuse, and here, you should have it anyway. Whenever you judge something or a behavior and then you do it anyway, you are telling your body to self-destruct. Like, I know I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do this. Or I know this is wrong, but I'm going to choose it. And you're letting your body know, like, I am the wrongness, or you are the wrongness, or you should have this, you should get sick, you should gain weight because I shouldn't eat this food. So what if you were to dump your judgment? Like, be in neutrality with food. Food is food. I'm going to let myself just receive food in grace and ease and be neutral with food and connect with my body so that I can feel what my body would like, what my body doesn't want to have, and eat from that space of clarity. So dropping the judgment about your body, about what you should and shouldn't do, shouldn't eat, and all the judgment you've had about food. And I understand, especially as a doctor, like, there are a lot of things that we can learn about food. Food is good, food is bad, these are good things, these are bad things. And yes, there is a level where that will come into play. And when you come into this higher state of harmony, releasing judgment, you come into self-acceptance, pure love, ease, grace, freedom. Your body comes into a new state. So those rules don't apply the way that they apply when you're in a stress state or in a contracted state or a limited state. Like, these are inflammatory foods and they're going to fire it up and I'm going to have a, whatever the symptoms are, disease. When we're in a harmonic state, it actually overrides all of that. More on that in the future. Stay tuned. But just the basics there to release the judgment that you have on everything and let yourself eat in harmony. Okay, so how do we do this? How do we clear that stress state of what can be coming up mentally, emotionally. And then we go to eat, and we're eating in that disharmonic stress state. So like our body can't receive what we need. And I mentioned it's like sexuality. Well, you know, if you were to engage in sexuality before the foreplay, before your body's ready or receptive or turned on, your body isn't lubricated, your body isn't stimulated, your body isn't engaged, and it's actually going to hurt and cause pain. And it can cause trauma, like real trauma, where the body's like, I'm not happy with this. Why are we doing this? Why am I being ignored here? Why are my needs being ignored? I can get turned on. I just need a little love and attention. Same thing with food. So begin every time, whether you just like open the refrigerator and you're looking in the refrigerator, or you're sitting down to a meal or cooking your food or whatever, to bring some of your attention to your body. Okay, so there's 3 steps of food foreplay. So you become aware of, okay, hi body, how are things going? How am I feeling right now? And take a couple breaths to kind of tune into that. What's happening in this moment? Is there fear? Is there tension? Is there trepidation of like, gotta eat something? I don't know what I should eat. Should I eat this? Should I eat that? Bring your awareness all the way down into your body, all the way down to your core and your pelvis, and all the way down your hips and your feet. Most of us are living like up here, right? I don't feel anything down there. There's nothing happening down here. I'm fine. Everything's fine. And I'm running a program of like how I should be, who I should be, what I should be, how I should behave. And it's a program of disconnect. So we totally ignore the body. And it's like a rape to the body if we start feeding the body and the body's not ready, or we're disconnected. It's like, here's what you should eat. Here's what you're going to eat. No, you can't have that. So first step is awareness. I'm going to check in with my body. Hey, body. And you can be really loving with the body like a child. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? I know there's a lot going on right now. I'm with you. I'm here. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm sorry for all the stress and tension, and I've been ignoring you. Like whatever that conversation might be. But hi, body is absolutely enough. And then just take a few deep breaths to feel your body. Bring your awareness all the way down. So like below the neck and into your chest, and then all the way down into your core, into your hips, your legs, your feet. Feel your feet on the floor. Now, at first, when you start to practice this, I get it. It's like, I'm not feeling anything. It's just because the brain has been trained to override the awareness of what's happening in the body. That's it. So it's just a practice. And we're in a really perfect time to start this practice now. It will open up so much for your health, for your eating, but also for your relationships, your money, your work, inspired ideas, whatever it is that life is calling you to. You've got to be connected in this physical body because you're in a physical world. And I am a material girl. So we are living in a material world, and sometimes we forget that, and it's like, oh, let me escape it. I don't want to be in this material world. This is bad, or this is wrong. My body's bad and wrong. Food is bad and wrong. No wonder people are having so much illness and overweight and this combative trying to get the body to do what they want. So the first step is the most important. It's the awareness of, hi body, how are you? What's happening right now? How are you feeling? And the second piece is to allow whatever's coming up to shift. So you can use the breath, breathe fully. As you breathe in, and thank you for the likes and the hearts coming by. It's so much fun. As you breathe in, let the belly balloon out. This will be something that turns off the fight or flight response and lets you go deeper. Now, you might actually have fear arise where you're like, whoa, I'm like feeling a lot. Just take a few breaths. So 3 slow, deep breaths. And this is, if you're familiar with my work, this is part of the instant elevation technique, this 3-step. And so let the belly balloon out with the inhale. Just relax your shoulders and let it just release in with the exhale. So the second step is like, I'm going to relax my shoulders. I'm going to breathe more fully. And the other thing you can do in that second step is like, if you're familiar with EFT tapping, give your body some EFT love, emotional freedom technique. Body, I feel what you're feeling. It's okay you're feeling this. It's okay you hate your body, or you don't know what to eat, or you're afraid of food, or you're afraid of the social situation, or all these judgments and ideas I've held. So you can just kind of call it out as you, I think of like this little tap, tap, tap when you tap the meridians. It's like you're shaking out the shit. You're like giving a little tap, tap, tap to let all the dust fall away, and your physical body can release the ideas you've held, the judgments you've held, the beliefs, the experiences, the traumas, whatever. If you'd like more on EFT tapping, I have an awesome EFT mini course at drkimd.com. And it's, I think if you just go to drkimd.com/EFT, you can come up and you can purchase that program. It's really, really well done. I love how it came out. And it's a beautiful way of nurturing the body. And I've had amazing feedback on that. So feel free to dip in there if that is calling to you. The third step is choice. Okay, so I'm like connecting with my body, turning off fight or flight, being present to what's happening. And now I can see is connect or choose what is it that really nurtures me right now. And I've done some Facebook Lives in the past about like outcomes, because we have this idea like, what should I eat? And that's totally arbitrary. When we ask what will, we're looking for like what will benefit me the most, it's always helpful to connect with the end result. Slim, fit, healthy, juicy, joyful body. What will contribute the most to my slim, fit, healthy, joyful body? What will contribute the most to my clear-mindedness and productive day and having an amazing time? What will contribute the most to my joy? What will contribute the most to me living in passion today? Instead of just, what should I eat? And we're in this fear. So you just feel into the body, your awareness, do a little check-in, do the breathing to come out of fight or flight. And then C is, what choice will contribute the most to me? And this is the whole trick, is you've got to let in that awareness, because sometimes I'll go and, where I work is at this really cute little building that has a cafe downstairs when I'm not working at home. And I'll go into they have like a little, refrigerator, and there's sandwiches and salads and whatever. And sometimes I'll be like, oh, that turkey sandwich is like totally lighting up for me. Yes, yes, yes. Ding, 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 ding. And when I first started to practice this, it'd be like, no, because I shouldn't have that turkey, or there's gluten in that bread, or blah, blah, blah. And it was like, oh, no, this is lighting up for me. This is what my body wants. This is going to go down well. This is going to be received well. My body is calling for it. Not from craving, disconnection, fight or flight. That is a totally different kind of thing. From knowing, from inner harmony and serenity. And you've got to go through that A stage and B stage of like awareness, connecting with my body, and then B with the breathing and releasing fight or flight, in order to know the clarity of, yes, this is what's going to feed and nurture my body, and I'm going with it. So sometimes when you do this, it may surprise you what your body is asking for and what it's harmonizing with. But be willing to venture into that, because it may override a lot of the ideas you have about food, but it will be what contributes the most to your body. So this is the food foreplay. This is very simple. The more you practice it, it happens instantaneously. So you might take a couple minutes the first time you do it, but you'll find the more you practice it, the body awareness is there. The ability to release fight or flight is there. It's very fluid. And the ability to have that clarity of choice of like, what will contribute the most to me right now? What will contribute the most to my business, my body, my money, like whatever. Your body has the wisdom to key you into that. What's going to bring the most fruitful day? And especially if you're trying to lose weight, you want to tune into it's not about what's going to help me lose weight. It's about what's going to assist me living in a slim, fit, healthy body, or an ideal weight. What's going to assist me in living at my ideal weight and feeling the fluidity and freedom and joy of that. When you align with that outcome, your body can give you the clarity and the awareness around that. So please practice food foreplay. Let me know how this goes for you, what questions you may have. It will allow you, sometimes your body doesn't want a lot of food, sometimes your body wants a lot of food. It'll allow you to align with what's really serving you as opposed to what your mind thinks is a good idea, which is always going to be limited. I am Dr. Kim Duramo at drkimd.com, and you can be sure to subscribe if you're interested in receiving more. I'm going to go through some of the questions here. Thank you, everyone, for these beautiful likes and hearts. And I see, love from Skibbereen Island. Abby, that's beautiful. I don't even know where Skibbereen Island is. Hattie Gale, I get this. Love the hearts. All right, and then I've got Randy. I was trying to go into this holiday season really happy, but I noticed a lot of grief has come up, as this is the first holiday season since my divorce, and a lot of feelings of grief around the loss of my dad, my cat, my house. Also a sense of lack around not having more money to do more fun things or buy presents for people. I want to honor these feelings and open up to more harmony in every area, and also let it be as it is, knowing that it can change in the future. This is beautiful. This is like a holiday gift to yourself. A lot of times we want to be happy, but then it's like the body is processing stuff and it's not doing what we want. And it's like, wait, you should be happy. I should be happy. This is the holidays. I should be happy. I have my health. I should be happy, blah, 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 blah. And so we shit on our body, right? Like people say, I'm shitting all over myself. We do that because we have this expectation. Meanwhile, what's actually happening is the body's dumping all this crap so that you can re-enter your natural state of joy. Joy isn't something you've got to work for or try for, or come on, I'm going to make myself be happy or practice, right? Like I should be positive. Joy is your natural state. Harmony is your natural state. Your ideal weight, whatever it is for you, is a natural state. So when we release all the stuff that we're holding on top, the judgment or belief systems that are really toxic or self-hatred or whatever, when we release that, we allow this natural state to come in all of its forms. So I would invite all of you, and Randy as well, especially, to let yourself feel whatever the frick you feel, especially when you're standing in the front of the refrigerator and you're about to eat and you're like, I feel so angry. I feel so stressed. I feel so much fear about just the idea about food and eating right now. And I don't know what to do. And let yourself have those harmonizing breaths to just witness what you feel. Whatever you feel is energy moving through. It doesn't need to be harmful, and you don't need to be afraid of it. I did a video the other day. We actually mailed it out yesterday. It's called transmuting the emotional scale, or transcending the emotional scale. It's on my YouTube. So that instead of being captive to all these emotions, good and bad or fear or whatever, we allow ourselves to move through and transcend into something higher. Instead of being run by our emotions and owned by emotions, we can embrace and witness our emotions. And they can be very juicy, beautiful, deeply felt experiences. So amen for you, Randy, with embracing that this holiday season for yourself and for all of us, instead of like the old suppression. It could move through very, very quickly when you do, like 5 minutes, 5 seconds, or it could take a couple months. It's usually much more fluid when you allow. So I have Bayari. I love this. I often eat very good food, but I'm not relaxed when I eat. And I also have judgments about my food. Yeah, so sometimes we're trying so hard and it's a restriction. I'm only going to eat these foods. Okay. And so we're trying to get health. It's like trying to squeeze water from a stone, trying to get health out of a body that's contracted. So thank you for sharing that. Nicole, I eat daily healthy all the time, but definitely eat out of fear, especially since the blood sugar issues since I've had my baby. If I don't eat, I'll pass out, runs through my mind often. Yeah, so it kind of can own you, this idea of like, I'm not okay. And so there's a feeling of unsafety in the body, like my body might not be okay. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. And we eat from fight or flight instead of just witnessing that fear. Okay, there's this thing with the blood sugar. I'm going to relax into serenity and ease. I'm going to feel everything that's up around that. Breathe fully. And then just ask the body, what will serve you the most right now? So even if you're only 2 degrees more clear, you'll have wisdom from a deeper place and it will really serve you. So thank you. I have Gail. It's really all about focusing all your energy in the moment each time you choose to eat, whatever. Is that correct? And I love, Gail, how cute it is that you'll say something really wise and like so right on, and then you'll say, is that right? So thank you for your adorable questions and being open and letting us see you. And yes, it's about being fully present in the moment and without expectation or without fear, or without needing things to be a certain way. That is what will create the most. I really, really, really love this. Thank you, Bayari and Deborah, and everyone who's coming. There are a lot of questions that are coming through, but I'll just try to go through some. Sometimes your body wants sweets because the body's craving that. I know what it wants. I listen to that. The body knows what it wants. Would you agree, Gail? Yes, and sometimes we'll crave sweets because the heart is not open, the heart chakra, the energy center of pure love, we've closed down. So we want to actually have the sweetness of life because we're like, I need this sweetness. The body needs that sweetness. So with food foreplay, open your heart, feel your body, allow the energy to come through. You can even put your hands on your heart. You know, you do the body check-in, and then in the second stage, put your hands on your heart. Body, I honor everything you're feeling with love, with acceptance, with allowing. I honor what you're feeling. That, even just that, will allow your heart to begin to open. And so the sweetness of that space of pure love can come in. And so then if it's a sweet craving, it's like, oh, I have met the craving. I've received the sweetness of love. And so you might find immediately it will shift what you're interested in eating. Even just witnessing the pain in the body, like, okay, I'm going to eat and do the A step of, hey, body, how are you? And you feel the fear, you feel the pain. And just that, I'm sorry you're experiencing this. I'm sorry I've been kind of absent. I'm sorry I've been suppressing all of this. Even just that is heart opening. It will open up love in the space of your body. Michelle, how does this apply? How does this apply when you have allergies and food intolerance? That's really beautiful, because the root of the food intolerances or the inflammation that creates allergies comes from this contracted fight or flight state, when we're in fear, when we've suppressed anger, when we've suppressed shame or self-hatred or judgment, and they're like holding these energies. Those energies create inflammation. And that has our body shut down. So it will encounter certain foods and there'll be an inflammatory effect at the level of the gut lining, at the level of your joints, at the level of your nervous system, like inflammation everywhere. And it's like, wow, I'm really triggered by that food. So it can be really wise to avoid that food for a while until your body clears it. But your body can clear it when you come into a new harmonic. And this is, a lot of people will ask me, how did you heal your body in just 10 days? And how did you heal from this like severe autoimmune illness? And you didn't need medications and blah, blah, blah. My thyroid healed, everything. It's because I allowed myself to enter a higher harmonic, a higher state of consciousness, not trying to get better anymore, but embracing what I was really feeling, the fear and the disappointment, and also the kind of shame and embarrassment, like, why can't I get better? What's wrong with me? The self-judgment. When I released that, my body could heal very fluidly. So there were no more food intolerances. There were no more, I can enjoy gluten now or dairy or whatever, and my body does very well with all of this. But it's because I've allowed myself to live in a more harmonic state. So beautiful question. Skibbereen, Ireland. Oh, that's really wonderful. And I really love your work. Thank you, Abby. I love hearing from everyone. I have a lot of really amazing connections with people in Australia, New Zealand, Denmark. So shout out to you. And it's been great to connect with people, especially now in the lives where we can connect directly. Nicole, I do love the holidays so much. However, I dread being around people. I get horrible anxiety around others and hate that I can't eat whatever I want during the holidays. Yes, and she says, any advice on this? So I think just what we've applied here is going to go a long way. When we're triggered by other people or whatever's happening in our life, stuff, it's unhealed energy within us that's coming up to release. Now we get a big dose of that in the holidays, like, whoa, just jump on into your biggest triggers all at once. So that's why we practice being present, practice honoring your body and what's coming up for you, because you really do have one being to take care of here. Even though you have a daughter, she's 5. I have a baby in the belly. He's going to be coming in a few months. But I always remember that my number one priority is this body. It's like what's happening in this body, because if I ignore that, I can't be there for my daughter. I can't be a great mom. I can't be a great anything to anybody. So this is my priority. So just honor everything that comes up for you, even if it's sort of like pisses people off that you're not doing it the way they want them to do it. Because through honoring yourself, sometimes you choose like not to go to that party or not to cook that pie or not to say yes to that whatever, because you're like, I know that's not what I really need right now. So let them have their experience with that, because sometimes we change and we're not meeting others' expectations anymore. And that can bring up a lot for them. Can you let them have that reaction and have that experience so that you can come into greater ease? When you're triggered by others, it is an invitation for unhealed parts of yourself to resolve. Eckhart Tolle will say, if you think you're enlightened, go spend a weekend with your family, because it's going to bring up all the unhealed parts of you. So can I use that as an amazing opportunity? And can I invite that? Like, all right, I'm going to breathe even more fully through this, whatever arises, and allow the clearing that's happening through this end of the year as we emerge into a new year. Heather, I'm thinking too that this might work to relax and breathe before taking pills, supplements, etc. As so many people have reactions to their pills. Yeah, we definitely go deeper into that in the Instant Elevation program, but you're going to take a supplement, you're going to take a pill, and sometimes people are like, oh, this is my toxic medication. I have to take this medication. And they take it in judgment. They take it begrudgingly. They take it out of alignment with that choice. Well, if you're going to choose to take a medication, may as well get into alignment with that choice. I'm going to honor that maybe this isn't so perfect in so many ways, but I'm going to allow my body to receive this in grace and ease. And yes, I have seen that many, many times, especially with things like chemotherapy, decrease side effects, decrease toxic effects, and allow the positive effects that they want from that medication. Beautiful. Peter, I have herniated discs in my lower back and I'm doing Pilates to control symptoms. Any suggestions to help here? So we can certainly go deeper into that in another forum for pain, but for what we have covered here, it will help release pain and tension that you're holding in your body. So yes, it might be things that you're doing like Pilates or other massage or physical therapy or whatever. But if you can allow yourself to be present to the body, like we talked about with food foreplay, you'll be aware of some of the emotions that may be keeping that pain in place and holding it, preventing it from releasing. So greater awakening. Okay, Dugnad, with all the gluten-free hype and talk about how gluten is bad, I find it hard to eat it and enjoy it, even though sometimes I feel my body just wanting a sandwich. Yeah, we can live a lot in that duality of judgment. And when we're there, those rules kind of do apply to us. And so emerging beyond that allows us to enter a different harmonic that's above the one where those things are toxic. There's a video I did on this. It's on my page. It's on drkimd.com about the octaves of consciousness. And it's all about how like living in judgment keeps us contracted. And living in neutrality allows us more freedom. So thank you, everyone. I know there's a lot more questions coming through, but I will look through those over the next day or so. This is Mind Body TV with Dr. Kim D. You can get the post if you're on my business page, if you like the business page. So when I go live, it will tell you each Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. I will be here live to share. And you can subscribe at drkimd.com if you'd like. We mail out video each week and things like that. And I would love to hear from you as well and how this is assisting you in opening to your own wisdom. So sharing my love with you. If you'd like more, you can go to drkimd.com/IEP. That's my online program where people can access a lot of the deeper work, and it's a home study program, so it brings you through this integration yourself. And then we also do have a live program starting in March, the Embracing Health program. So for those of you interested, that's on my website as well, and I'll be welcoming you into that. For the month of November right now, we are running a special on the Mind Body Solution for anxiety. And this is where I've brought people through 4 weeks of really deeply integrating this work. So there's a call that we did, and I answered questions and assist people using tapping and using other mind body healing tools to release these toxic energies in the body. So super, super helpful as we begin the holidays, because your body can hold a lot of that fear and anxiety, and then you get triggered like crazy by food and family and whatever. So we thought it would be a really great thing to offer that just before the holidays. It's called the Mind Body Solution for Anxiety. And if you go to drkimd.com/anxiety, you'll see the special offer that we have there. And I would definitely welcome those of you, if you've had anxiety, if this resonates with you, to jump in and receive that. Sharing so much love with you. I hope everyone has a wonderful start to our holiday season. I'll see you soon. Bye.